Bunny, and it is finally time for my, well, it's long overdue time for my November monthly favorites. It's already like the 7th, 8th of December. So many awesome things happened in November. The most awesome of all was my first Texas meet and greet that I had at Lush here in Houston. I got to meet so many amazing Swamp family members, and honestly, those days are my favorite days of my life. I will cherish them forever. And despite the rain and some craziness, I never made a full vlog exactly about what went on. I just hope that most of you guys had a really, really awesome, amazing time. Another super fun, totally cool thing that I did in November was Dogman and I went to the Renaissance Festival. That's one of my favorite things to do. I tried to film a vlog, but I forgot to film a lot of clips. It was a total fail, but we had an epic time. If you're ever in Texas on the weekend, well, anywhere around Houston, Texas, on the weekend in October or November, you've got to try and go to the Renaissance Festival because our Renaissance Festival in Texas is amazing. Last super cool event thing that happened is one of my best friends, Kat. You may watch her videos here on YouTube. We had a lot of fun. We went shopping. She showed me a product which is in my monthly favorites, and now I lost it. Excuse me for a second. I've got to go find it. Oh, and I have bear ears on today. One of the cool things about having friends visit is you get to talk about, well, at least me and my friends, we talk about makeup things, beauty products, and all that jazz. So I was complaining to her that in the winter time, I get really, really chapped wrists. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. It's kind of strange because most people get chapped hands or something, but literally my hands will be smooth as a baby's bottom, but my wrists will be disgusting. She recommended that I use this lotion called CeraVe, and you get it from Target or Walmart or anywhere like that, and it's $10 and it's fragrance free. I think that they use it in medical places for severe types of reasons, but it's just very dermatologically planned out or something. I don't know how to describe this. It literally healed my severely chapped wrists in 2 days of 2-time applications. So within 4 applications, everything was all better. I'm babbling a lot. My next monthly favorite is literally possibly the most delicious smelling candle I have ever owned in my entire life, and I got it from Bed & Bath & Body Works, and it is Mint Mocha Bark. It is this lovely gator green color, but it literally smells like ice cream, or to me it smells just like one of my favorite candy making companies in Savannah, Georgia. It smells like an ice cream store or candy shop. It's not overpowering, it's really comforting. It's quite delightful. If you're in the need of something that smells good, get this. Next monthly favorite is an eyeshadow palette that I have been using a ton. It's not new. This is the Kat Von D Monarch palette, and it is the orange one. There's also a blue or purple one, but I have been obsessed lately with orange eyeshadow, and I really bought this entire palette for this one shade down here. I have been using it almost every single day. It's a really nice, most orange eyeshadows that I come across, they're really a neon orange, but this is kind of a rusty red orange. I have it on today. I'm also a huge fan of this kind of sparkly cream colored eyeshadow, and I think that this is actually technically supposed to be a highlighter, but I definitely use it as an eyeshadow. I have that on the inner corners of my eyes. Next monthly favorite is a product that I have talked about a ton, but this is a new fragrance, and this is the Batiste Dry Shampoo. It is one of the least expensive ones on the market, and personally, I think it's the absolute best, and I have tried a ton of dry shampoos and a ton of really unnecessarily expensive ones. I found a new scent, which is the Pretty and Delicate Floral scent, and it makes me think of precious elderly people. I don't know. It just evokes like really awesome Shutter Island. I'll just go ahead and say it. But it smells, I don't know. It's just so magical. It's like magical flower arrangements. Next monthly favorite is like a favorite of all favorites. I recently became obsessed with these things, and I actually have two that I tried. I found this one first by Murad, and then I found this one, which is by a company called Nude Skincare, and I think it is a brand new skincare line that Sephora just started selling. This one's called a transforming powder, and this one is called a bright fizzy powder wash. They have slightly different consistencies, but basically what they both are is exfoliating powders. I use these before I wash my face. This one by Murad is of course kind of like tilted more towards anti-acne skincare, and this one by Nude I feel is just kind of like more of a general exfoliator, like if you don't really suffer from acne problems. You're only supposed to use these 2 to 3 times a week. I think I've kind of been overdoing it this month because they just make my face feel so refreshed and clean. Even though the Murad one I feel is kind of like healthier for my particular skin situation with keeping down breakouts and such, I tend to love using the Nude Skincare one better because it is a literal fizzy powder. So it feels like you're rubbing like a magical fizzy candy all over your face that makes your skin brighter and more beautiful. I love them both, but I love this one a little bit more. Next monthly favorite, I'm literally the last person on earth, I feel like, to become a part of this craze. In the past, I have tried 3 knockoff beauty blenders, and honestly, I have hated all 3, and I've never gotten any of them to work. I finally just bought these, and they are kind of expensive. Please excuse the state of mind. I did apply my makeup with it today. I heard you can microwave these to clean them. I'm gonna test out that theory, but I have had such amazing success, coverage, applying liquid foundation with this thing. I have sworn off of liquid foundation for a really long time, but I got this and I tried a new liquid foundation, and I'm just kind of like, several of you guys have said really nice things about my skin lately, and I honestly think that it is the application of this beauty blender method that is kind of making my foundation look so amazing, if I do say so myself. Still probably not the right color for my skin. Let me write you a novel about how difficult it is to have extremely fair skin and to match a foundation perfectly with your extremely fair skin. I got the 2 little beauty blenders a long time ago, never used them until the month of November. I use these for concealer and the tight little spaces around my eyes and to cover up blemishes, all kinds of stuff like that. I could literally do a whole video about these. I am so in love with them. Next monthly favorite is this cool little beauty elixir, and I just love the sound of that elixir. It sounds like so old-fashioned and a little bit creepy. This is by a Parisian brand that I could never in 1,000 years properly pronunciate, so we're just gonna go with the Texan version, which is Caudalie. I don't know. But it smells amazing, it works amazing, it's cooling. I use it as like a facial refresher. Sometimes I use it to set and finish my makeup. It smells very medicinal. I love products that smell like that. I don't remember how much this was at Sephora, but it was like at the checkout line where they try and put those like last temptation things. Next monthly favorite, a little bit obscure, but in love with it. I have actually bought a barrette from this Etsy store before. It's called Concave Oblivion. They make all these like weird kind of like art pieces out of old denture molds. Maybe they're not old, maybe they're current denture molds, but it ends up looking like gums and teeth. And I don't know, this is just like such a conversation piece to carry around in my purse. It's shocking, it's creepy, I love it. So this is a mirror. Sorry if I'm like blinding you with the reflection of the light. I just love it because it's so bizarre. Next monthly favorite is my Fitbit. Do any of you guys have these things? It's like a glorified pedometer. You can just hit that little button and it tells you how many steps you've taken. The cool thing about it is when it syncs up to your computer, it kind of tells you like how many calories you've burned, like how many flights of stairs you would have climbed, how many miles it translates to, and you kind of like unlock all these different little badges. So it's kind of like an incentive to like beat your score, if that makes any sense. I wore this when I went to the Renaissance Festival and it said that we walked the equivalent of like 10 miles and then I took over 22,000 steps. I don't know, it's just really cool, and now I am addicted to constantly wearing this thing. I sometimes even wear it when I sleep. It can track your sleep, but that's just too creepy for me, so I currently don't utilize that feature. Next monthly favorite is an oldie but a goodie, and I'm just telling you guys because this month it was released on Netflix. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's starring Tom Hanks, and extremely young Tom Hanks. I think I've mentioned this movie before, but it's kind of like obscure and I don't think it ever really got that popular. The movie I'm talking about is The Burbs, and it's like a comedy, but it's also kind of like a mystery and like a little bit of a horror movie. It's not really scary, but it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like spooky, like a Halloween type comedy. It's called The Burbs, and it's literally about these like super paranoid neighbors that live in the suburbs, and they have really weird neighbors, and I don't want to tell you anymore, but if you haven't seen it, you've got to watch it. I love like younger Tom Hanks when he wasn't like so serious and like such a thespian. I still love him now, but I love like 1980s Tom Hanks a lot better, I think. Like when he was in Big, that's another really good movie if you haven't seen that one. And my last monthly favorite is Horrifying, and it's a baby, so let me fetch him. My last monthly favorite is the Wooble-headed baby, and I actually got him this badge, so I like to call him Sheriff Wooble-headed baby. He's the Wooble-headed baby because his little head is barely attached by this string, like so. Do you see that kind of action? He's very dreamy. His head's always in the clouds. Those of you who know me and love me know that I collect like all kinds of creepy, decrepit dolls like this. They are my absolute favorite and my prized collection. Some of my most prized possessions. I feel like I had a lot of stuff to cram into this video, and I feel like I talked a million miles an hour. I hope it made sense at all. Sorry that this video is so late. I hope y'all are having an awesome December so far, and I hope that y'all had an amazing November, even though it's over now. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today, and if you're not already, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wangs. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Graveyard Girl, or you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at Graveyard Girl, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.